All right, y'all. I am live. Let's just make sure this audio's good. Okay. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Okay. I think the audio is good. Happy Monday, everyone. Okay. Happy Monday, y'all. Your girl Janice is live. And I'm excited because I'm going to be dropping something amazing that I have been working on for a while. Me and my entire team. Shouts out to my team. We have been working on something really amazing. We are dropping it tonight. Tonight is the night that it's going down, and I'm so incredibly excited about it. So you definitely want to stay to the very end of this live, which is not going to be a long live anyway, because y'all know I don't do no long lives. But we're dropping it tonight. It's exclusive. I'm excited, and I've been working my little fingers off for this amazing opportunity for you guys. So I'm so excited, and I hope y'all excited too. So, real quick, as you guys are coming into the live room, say what's up to your girl in the chat. Let me know what city you are logging in from. I'm logging in from New York City, home of the Knicks. Is going down tonight, by the way. I've never been so excited about basketball ever in my life, but I'm excited now because the Knicks are playing in Madison Square. The whole city is shut down right now. You can't even get into Manhattan if you wanted to. But shouts out to New York City. We are very excited for what's going on, and it's time we had something exciting to talk about because there's so much terrible things that have been happening, and it's just really nice to have something positive to be talking about. But anyway, that's where I'm logging in from. So let me know in the comments, y'all. What city are you repping tonight? What city? Well, not what city you repping, because that could be where you were born, where you were raised, where you currently live. Let me know in the chat what city you are planning on opening your beauty supply store. Let's be more specific. Or what city needs a beauty supply store? Because that's what we're talking about tonight. We are talking about getting these stores open, right? We are talking about getting these stores open. We are talking about what's happened recently in news. We're talking about boycotts. And then we're talking about the golden opportunity that we now have due to all of these things. You know, it's a lot. So I decided to go ahead and get me some slides together so that I can get through everything that I want to get through tonight without going off on a tangent, which sometimes it does happen. So before we get into it tonight, I do want to mention a few things that has happened recently. So we recently had our beauty supply 1 day intensive summit, which was this past weekend. It was fire. If you was there, then you already know it was fire. If you was there at the summit this weekend, because y'all know I taught my face off all day Saturday. Okay, I taught my face off all day Saturday at this beauty supply summit. If you was there, drop some fire in the chat because you know I taught. I did that all day Saturday. We had our summit and it was fire. Okay, it was lit, and I don't want to say too much because I don't want y'all to feel bad if you wasn't in the building, but it was really really good. And hopefully, if I do another one, y'all can make it. It ain't gonna happen anytime soon because it takes a lot to train all day. But if I do have another one, hopefully y'all can make it. Um, let's get up these slides, okay? Because tonight we have some conversations that I want to talk about. Um, Sometimes I just don't even know where to start when something tragic happens. But something tragic recently happened, guys, in our community that I do want to take time to discuss and have a conversation about. There's a lot of different things that we are seeing in terms of trends and how people are moving these days. I think business in general has been tough for people to pull a trigger on just because the economy has been just unstable. And you guys know my story. I started during the mortgage crisis of 2010. And it was a really bad time, like no gas. People couldn't find gas. Unemployment was at an all-time high, and I started my beauty supply store at that time. And my parents thought I was crazy, but that's what I decided to do. So I understand the fear around not wanting to pull a trigger on something that seems really, really scary. So we're going to get into it. Okay, we're going to get into it tonight. So I want to just, this is like a town hall. Can we call it a town hall? This is kind of like a town hall because I do want to discuss certain trends and things that we've seen. I don't want to overdo the content, but y'all all know, and you are fully aware that beauty supply is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And it continues to increase every single year. We haven't seen a decline yet. Okay, 74 billion is projected that this industry will make by 2027. And we're talking about the multicultural beauty market, right? We're not talking generics, okay? 9.4 billion is spent every single year by African Americans. And less than 10% of the stores, it's more like 3%, less than 10% of the stores are owned by African Americans. So look at the numbers. It's a $74 billion industry projected to reach $74 billion in 2027. $9 billion is spent annually by African Americans, and we own less than 3% of the stores. Okay. And so I have been saying this, guys. I believe that beauty supply businesses are one of the most underrated wealth assets. And we overlook beauty supply because we haven't had the representation. But here's the facts, and the money is here. The demand is here. Money is being spent. Okay. Money is being spent in this industry. We continue to fund these businesses, and it's businesses that are not our own. Okay. For decades, we have been building someone else's dream. We are talking about the Asians, the Arabs. Okay. We all know that this group dominates the market, and it's been dominating the industry since the early 1980s. Okay. And here's what this means, right? Every dollar spent on a non-Black owned business leaves the community. Okay, that means our Black dollar does not have the opportunity to circulate in the community like it does in the Jewish community. In the Jewish community, the Black dollar circulates 20 times, right, before it leaves its community. In the Asian communities, the Asian dollar circulates 14 times, right? So in the Jewish community, y'all say y'all can't hear no sound? Y'all can't hear me? Hold on one second, guys. Let me just. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me just see something real quick because I don't want to be going in and y'all can't hear me. Let me just make sure y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? If you guys are watching me on Instagram or Facebook, can y'all drop a comment and let me know if you guys can hear? Let's see. Okay, Mildred says she can hear me. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. Okay. What was I saying, guys? Okay, I was talking about the dollars that circulates in the other communities compared to Black communities. The Jewish dollar circulates in the Jewish community 20 times before it leaves the community. The Asian dollar circulates 14 times before it leaves the community. Y'all want to guess how long the Black dollar circulates or stays in the Black community before it leaves? 1 hour. 1 hour. Right. So that means as soon as us Black people get paid, we put our money into someone else's hands that don't look like us. That's what that means. Okay. But that is starting to shift. We started to see the shift during another tragedy, which was George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement. That was our first battle cry for unity and to support Black. That was the first time we saw that, right? And it seems like a tragedy has to happen in order for us to support each other. It's absolutely insane. But when the George Floyd situation murder happened, and we had those protests, and it was a lot of outrage, right? Black Lives Matter movement was at its all-time high. That's when we saw a lot of people supporting Black-owned businesses. And it was like, it's up. It's up with the support, and then it's down. It's like a roller coaster, right? And the same thing happened recently. We have the Rick Chow incident, where a store owner in South Carolina killed a young Black man who he thought was stealing. And now it has reignited a conversation around why we as Black people continue to spend in spaces and in places where we don't receive respect. Okay? Why do we continue to spend and return to places and spaces where it's just a transaction and we don't get respected? That man, Rick Chow, the murderer, previously shut out two other people, like two other similar incidents. There was like videos. I've seen a video of him like fighting people. Like, he was known for fighting people in his store. He shot two other people. Like, there was literally two other incidents where he thought someone was stealing and he took his gun. He took his gun out. And he has multiple businesses in Black neighborhoods, and people still patronize his business. Why? Why do we do this? That is my question. Why do we need some type of tragedy, some type of protest to support each other? Why does someone have to get killed? Like, this is insane. And so now we have the Asian boycott. I say all that to say, now we have this Asian boycott. And now this is our opportunity, because we've never really had a boycott specifically on Asian businesses. But we know that the Asians come in and they target Black communities to make money off of. Now, there's a man that's going viral saying, "Oh, I wish I would boycott Asian-owned business. I wish the Black people would boycott Asian-owned businesses." And guess what? We will, because they come into Black neighborhoods and they set up shop. So we will. But here's the other part of this coin that I want people to hear. Like, this is what happened with Target, y'all. We boycotted Target last year. We were very successful at that. And then people just went to another big box retailer that's just as racist. Walmart. Okay, Dollar General. They're all like Walmart. Okay. We have to be able to build Black-owned businesses so that the money just doesn't go into another racist hand. Like, it redirects back to the hands it's supposed to go to. Okay? There are millions of people looking to shop at Black-owned beauty supply stores, right? There's people hungry, ready, prepared to spend at Black-owned businesses, but it's hard to find. Like, this past weekend, y'all, I was like, I want to go and get like a facial. I want to get a massage. And I'm like, for a second, I was going to go to my normal spot. I'm sure they are Oriental, some type of Asian, right? But they are very, very nice there. But I was like, nah, I can't. I got to figure out where to go. And I had to sit and I had to Google for a while. Like, it took me an hour to find a place to go to. And that is the issue, guys. The demand is here, right? But we just don't have the stores. We just don't have the businesses. And so this is why right now is time for you to open that business. It's time for you to open. I'm talking to beauty supply stores. It's time for y'all to open y'all beauty supply stores. Y'all are following me because this has been on your heart and your spirit for years. The time is now. Because guess what? Somebody else is going to be paying attention to what I'm saying, and they're going to open in the same community that you are thinking about opening your beauty supply store. And I have literally seen that happen time and time again. So now let's talk about where I see beauty supply heading for 2027. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the reality of big box retailers and how they are currently losing ground to our smaller independent stores. There are certain purchases that require a conversation, right? We can all agree that in retail, in general, there are certain purchases that require a conversation. And beauty supply is one of those purchases that require some type of conversation. And for decades, we weren't afforded the opportunity to have a hair consultation, to understand why this shampoo is $5 and this one is $50, right? This is where big box retailers are currently losing because they don't have that personal touch. Everything is checkout, self checkout, self this, self that. Stuff is behind the glass. I got to press the button just to get to the stuff that I want to buy. I'm not doing that. I'm not sitting here to wait for you to unlock the glass to get the high-end shampoo. It's ghetto. I'm not doing it. I want to shop somewhere where I can go ahead and pick up my product and ask somebody some questions, and they're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. They're going to know exactly what I'm going through with my hair struggles. And I'm going to happily pay them premium price for my stuff because not only did I get my stuff, but I also got a really solid conversation and education at the same time. Okay. That's number one. Number two is that you must, in 2026, have a hybrid model for your beauty supply store. You must be online, guys. And not just online, like I got the page, but I don't post. I mean, have a presence, okay? Because social media is what is driving sales right now. It is what is driving traffic. And if you are not on TikTok Shop, you are missing out on a whole lot of money. That's a gem right there. I spoke about it ad nauseum this weekend. If you are not on TikTok Shop, you are missing out on a whole lot of money because people are watching you on social media. And then when they watch you enough, they come into your store and they become customers. And when they see you enough and they see enough posts and they see enough lives and they now feel like they know you, they now feel like they trust you, they now feel like they like you, they're going to come and support you. And that may mean that they have to travel past 2 or 3 Korean owned, Arab owned beauty supply stores just to get to yours because they know, like, and trust you because they see you all the time on social media. So, if you are not up on AI and technology, social media, having a digital presence, you are going to be left behind. You are going to get left behind. Okay. Next trend to watch, y'all, is having an inclusive product mix. Now, gone are the days where you can just copy and paste what everybody else is doing around you. I never did that in my beauty supply store, and I had my store 15 years ago, and I was not copying and pasting nobody. I was the trendsetter. Gone are the days, guys, where you are going to create really generic product mix for your store, have really generic products on your shelf, and be catering to like one person. Go on other days, y'all. People are looking for more of a mix these days. Like, we want several different textures. We want makeup for several different skin tones. And the people that could do this well, right, in a very intentional way, I should say. My clients that do this, like my clients that are in really diverse communities and they're able to really create a really inclusive product mix. And what do I tell y'all to focus on, y'all? I tell y'all to just focus on the community and what the community is asking you for. You don't have to do a lot of thinking about this. Whatever they are asking you for, your paying customers, whatever they are asking you for, that is how you create your product mix. And we go through this an entire exercise in our programs because it's really important that you get it right. It's really important that you get this right. Because once you spend money on inventory, guys, there's no taking that back. Like, you can't do refunds, guys. So understanding that inventory is your largest asset on your balance sheet, it is the essence of what is going to make you a profitable business. You need to get this right the first time, right? We don't want you to have products on your shelves that's going to sit and sit and sit. You want to create an inclusive product mix based on your community. Based on your community. Okay. And lastly, we're going to talk about the Buy Black movement, right? People want to see themselves when they are handing their dollar over. I want to personally hand my money over to a Black woman. I want to give my money to a Black esthetician, to a Black person doing my eyelashes, to a Black woman. Well, a Black woman does my hair. To a Black woman doing my massages. There is something to be said when the dollar can circulate in the Black community. There's a sense of pride that you should have when you are supporting another Black-owned business. Okay. And not just supporting them because they're Black-owned, but supporting them because they represent Black excellence. Like, it's a really good business. Like, they really do good hair. She really do good eyelashes. She really do good massages. They really have a solid beauty supply store. They have everything that we want. Really good customer service. Really educated. Love them. That's what people used to say about my beauty supply store. I'm not making that up. You can go on YouTube and see my reviews from my beauty supply store. Okay. And so you don't want people to just come to your store because you're Black. You want people to come to your store because you represent Black excellence. And that's a different level of excellence, different from any other culture. Okay. So now the question becomes, are you ready to move forward? Are you ready to capitalize on the opportunity that we have before us? Okay. I sat here and I explained everything to you guys about how much money is being generated in this industry, how Black people are funding these Asian-owned and Arab-owned businesses, and we're not profiting from it at all. How it always takes someone getting killed, a protest happen, for people to start supporting Black-owned businesses, and how this, at this time, this specific boycott is aimed towards a certain demographic group, which is the Asians, to boycott their businesses, and how we have a huge opportunity to launch and get our stores open at a time where people are now moving from supporting Asian-owned businesses to now supporting Black-owned businesses, and they need to have the stores. That's the issue. The demand is here, right? The money is here. The demand is very, very clear. We don't have the stores, guys. We need more stores. That's why I've been on this mission to open 100 Black-owned beauty supply stores in a single year. Because we don't want to give people a reason to have to go back to the Asians, the Arabs, or Target. You want to be able to raise your hand and say, oh, you're looking for a store in what area and what community? I have one there. I have one there. You need to be able to raise your hand and say, I have a store there. And so, guys, if you are ready, I'm ready for you. And that's why we have a brand new opportunity to work with myself and my entire team inside our beauty supply bootcamp inner circle. This is a brand new, amazing program that my team and I have been working on for months to come up with another way to be able to get you guys to grand opening day without having to hire and pay $35,000 for the team to do it for you. This is a done with you, hold your hand, coach you through the process type of program where we are going to be teaching you all the things that we do for our clients and our top tier one-on-one programs. We are going to be teaching you all of the frameworks, all of the strategies that we do. We are literally going to be handing it over to you on a platter and saying, here, do this. Okay. So this is our premier program to fund your store, open and grow and scale your store within 12 months. Okay. There's 3 core pillars here in this program. The first is obviously going to be the education, the things that they don't want us to know. Okay. Inside this program, you're going to get access to all of my trainings from the beginning of time. And y'all know I've been doing this for 8 years. We have hundreds of trainings inside of our retail library, right? So this is all of our frameworks, all of our trainings. Every event I've ever done is in this portal. And so you have access to that. We also have the coaching and the accountability. So every single week, you get on a coaching call with myself and the team, and we are going to walk you step to step to step every single week, checking in, telling you what to do next, walking you guys through obstacles and challenges because they will come. The challenges will come, guys. The obstacles will come. You just need to have someone on your team that can help you navigate through these challenges because it's not anything that we haven't seen. That is the power of being in a room with a company who has been doing this for over 15 years. Okay? We stay beside you until you cross the finish line. Okay? Until you cut that ribbon. Okay? We are here. Then you have access to our inner circle, and that's our community of other amazing Black entrepreneurs who own and operate 6- and 7-figure beauty supply businesses, multiple beauty supply businesses, franchise, all the things, mega beauty supply stores, all the things. You have access to that community once you join our inner circle group, and it's an amazing group. Okay. So this is all the things that you guys get. Okay. So you're getting our weekly live sessions with me and my team. You're getting our full Monarch Method curriculum, right? So this is our training library. I call it, y'all, the Harvard of beauty supply, right? It's like all of the courses that you can ever imagine and think of. We have a course on it inside of our portal. Okay. You're getting our foundation framework. So this is what you need to build your beauty supply business on: the legal, the branding, the business plan, the setup. Okay. You're going to get our revenue activation blueprint, which is going to show you the different ways and different profit centers that we teach our clients to make $30,000 to $50,000 per month in their store. Okay. This is the frameworks that we teach. And there's more than one way to make a lot of money in beauty supply. And we have 7, right? Most people think of beauty supply and they think of one, which is retail. We have 7. What the Bible say about having 7 streams of income, right? Have the 7 streams of income, but people think they need to have 7 different businesses. No, you need to have 7 streams off of one business. And so inside our program, I am teaching you how to have 7 streams of income from one business model, from one beauty supply business model. Okay? This is how people make $30,000 to $50,000 per month. Having 7 revenue streams from one business model. That's our revenue activation blueprint. Okay. Then we have our CDFI funding roadmap and lender introduction. So we have an entire Rolodex of lenders that we connect you guys to so that you can get funding for your store. Okay. We got $1.4 million in funding for our clients because we have been talking to certain lenders that want to support and foster growth in the community through beauty supply stores. Okay, so they recognize that there's a need for Black-owned beauty supplies. They recognize it, they respect it, and they fund it. Okay, but that's not without having a business plan and financial projections. You absolutely need that in order to get significant amount of funding. And I'm talking about 6-figure funding. Okay. We also give that to you in the program. Okay. So we also give you templates for you to actually build your business plan and build your financial projections. We also have our vendor connections network and inventory guide. This is another key part of making sure that your store is successful is having the vendor connections, because a lot of the distributors are Asian and they do not want to open an account for you. They do not want to open an account for me. Okay. But because I built relationships with these individuals over the past 15 years, I'm able to circumvent that issue for my clients and literally give you guys the relationships. Like you are able to leverage my 15 years of putting in that work with these Asians. You're able to leverage that. Okay. And let me be clear. Some of these people are very good friends of mine, by the way. So I'm just saying that it's not all bad. It is not all bad at all. Actually, I've had very, very, very lovely people, reps that wanted to see my store do well, that went above and beyond, that gave me extra stuff, free this, free that, like all the things. That's why relationship building is very important. I spoke a lot about that on Saturday at the summit. I'm just saying, if you wasn't there, you should have been there. I don't know where you was at on Saturday because I was teaching all day, but we talked about this. Okay. And so everything I just mentioned, y'all, is a total value of $26,000 for 12 months in this program. And so our promise to you is that if you show up, if you do the work, if you follow the rules, not follow the rules, but follow the frameworks is what I'm going to say. Because it's not rules, right? It's frameworks. If you do everything, right, we guarantee your success. Okay? We guarantee your success. And we coach you until you get to the promised land. All right? So there's 2 ways to join. You can join our month-to-month plan, which is very simple. You come in and it's a month-to-month commitment. It's just like your gym membership. It's $697. And you can stay as long as you want or as short as you want. Okay? Like I said, we coach you until you get to the finish line. We're here until you get to the finish line. It's $697 a month. Or for my smart people, my investors, my business savvy individuals, right? You can lock in for the full year, save over $1,300, and pay $7,000. Now, locking in the full year membership not only gets you a heavily discounted rate, but it also gets you some fast action bonuses. Okay. I'm going to do that business plan for you complimentary when you decide to lock in for a full year. Okay. When you decide to lock in for a full year, guys, we completely take care of the business plan for you. Okay. And so your next step is to book a call if you are interested in any of those options. Okay. Because right now, this moment is real. The Asian boycott is real. And the doors are going to be wide open for someone to walk in. It is not for everybody, by the way. This opportunity is not for everybody. I'm very clear on that. Okay. This is for the people who are ready. They're ready to pull the trigger. Like if you are someone who knows, like, hey, for a long time, we were only doing and working with people who want to hire the team to build the store for you, right? That offer starts at $35,000. And for a while, that's the only thing that we were focused on. Now we have gone back into our coaching bag and we're ready to coach y'all people to success. Okay, so the program is here, it's ready. The only question is, are you? And so if you're interested in that, I want you to book a call with my team so that we can get you started. Okay. The pricing that we have today is founders pricing. Y'all know what founders pricing is? That means this is special pricing for the people who get in on the first cohort. Okay. Y'all know I used to run a boot camp a few years ago, and my boot camp used to be $10,000 when I ran it. Okay. This is the upgraded version of that. So it really should be more than what I'm charging. But again, this is the founder's rate, y'all. This is the founder's rate. And so when you get on the founder's rate, which is only going to be the founder's rate for this month, and our first cohort starts at the end of this month, when you get in on this founder's rate, we lock in your rate. Okay. So if you want to come back next year, we're going to honor that rate next year. That's how founders rates work. A lot of people don't do that no more. I was in masterminds when the mastermind when I first got in was 25,000. Now it's 55,000. I'm like, hey, what happened to the founders rate? What happened to my grandfather rate? They're like, we don't do that no more. People don't do this no more. But here's the thing. We want to get more Black-owned beauty supply stores open. Okay. We need to get more stores open. If you feel what I am saying, I want you to drop me in the chat. If you are one of the ones and you're like, I'm ready, drop me in the chat. Because for our first cohort, we're taking 10 people. And then we're going to be, this is not going to be something that's going to be always open. I'm only opening it like once a quarter. So for our first cohort, we're taking 10 people. If you want to be one of the 10, then you want to go ahead and book a call with our team tomorrow and ask her, how do I get into the program? I just dropped the link in the chat. We also have funding opportunities available too. So Klarna, Afterpay, PayPal. Okay, if you're trying to get in with that, get in where you can fit in. That's what I always say. I get in where I can fit it. Okay, so if you need funding, if you want to apply for funding to get into the program, we will also walk you through that process. Okay. Just book the call with my client concierge, Daniela. She'll walk you through the funding process. I see some questions in the chat. If you guys also, yeah, totally. If you guys have questions, you can go ahead and drop it in the chat. Are the 10 are done for you? What do you mean by that, Mildred? I see your question in the chat. Just retype that for me because I'm not sure what you're asking. I want to make sure I answer the right thing. So just go ahead and retype that for me if you don't mind. And then also, guys, when you get on the call with Daniela, who is our client concierge, um, she also does a lot of our funding stuff. She's like our funding queen. Also in the program, because I hear this all the time, a lot of y'all credit is bad. A lot of everyone's credit is bad, including me. So Daniela, who is also a credit expert, as a bonus, she's going to be teaching you guys how to fix your credit on your own using AI. I don't like to give too much away about the program because I like to people for y'all to come into the program and just get surprised by the amount of stuff that y'all get. But I will put that out there that those of you who have bad credit, struggling credit, stuff like that, and you don't have the money to pay somebody to fix your credit, as one of our bonus classes that we're going to be doing, we're going to be teaching you guys how to fix your credit using AI, which I have done. And my credit is terrible, only because I went through a divorce, still going through it, but couldn't afford to pay someone, so had to figure it out initially on my own. And yeah, this is what we're going to be teaching you guys as well. This is what we're going to be teaching you guys as well. Oh yes, Mildred. Absolutely. Just go ahead and book a call with Daniela and let her know what you want. Let her know which program you're interested in. Let her know which program you want to get in, and she'll let you know what the deal is. But we have promotions on everything. So get in where you can fit in. Like I said, y'all, get in where you can fit in. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions for tonight? Because we are moving very fast on this train in this cohort. We have, again, here I go again, giving away stuff I don't want to give away. But this is the last thing I'm going to say about it, and then I'm not going to say no more. But we have a 30-day funding sprint that we're going to be doing in our first cohort. And so what a sprint is, y'all know what a sprint is. That's like dashing to something. Our 30-day sprint is going to be getting you guys to the funding as fast as possible. This is what we're calling our 30-day funding sprint. So it's getting the foundation laid, like I mentioned before, getting the foundation laid, getting the funding, getting the business plan and financial projections done so that you guys can get to the funding as fast as possible. Because really the funding is what holds up a lot of people. So we have this 30-day funding sprint inside the program that we're going to be doing with our first cohort. And that's why it's always just good to get in on something as the first, because you get the most out of it. Oh, another good question by Mildred. She asked if the tariff is still an issue. Honestly, not that it matters. I just want to know if things have changed. Tariffs aren't an issue. We still are getting our stuff shipped on time. We're still getting our products. Everything has increased in price, and everyone understands that we're in inflation. And so that's not an issue at all. I haven't even had anyone talk about it recently, like any store owners in our programs. So yep. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to log off here. I'm going to drop the link for you guys to go ahead and book your call with a client concierge, and get into our new cohort. We're going to be kicking off literally. Well, I just did an onboarding call today. I'm doing another one tomorrow. A store is opening in California. Super excited. They locked in. Super excited. And so, y'all, we're making things happen. Glory to God for all the things he has done, and all the ways that he has moved people, and all the lives that he has changed. It is going to be a season that you want to be a part of. You don't want this train to pass you by. Not when they have an Asian boycott. I haven't lived to see an Asian boycott. This is going to be the first one, and I am going to be a part of it. Y'all need to be a part of it too. Okay, y'all. So I'm logging off. Have a good night, guys. I will see you on the other side. Bye.